The story of the MV Joyita is one of the most perplexing maritime mysteries of the 20th century. This merchant vessel, a sturdy and supposedly unsinkable ship, vanished in the South Pacific in 1955, only to be found 5 weeks later drifting without its crew. The fate of the 25 people on board remains unknown to this day, making it one of the most enduring puzzles in nautical history. This detailed account examines the background of the vessel, the disappearance, the discovery, and the subsequent investigations, theories, and lingering questions. The Joyita was originally built in 1931 at the Wilmington Boat Works in Los Angeles, California. The yacht was commissioned by Hollywood screenwriter Roland West, who named it Joyita, meaning little jewel in Spanish, reflecting its elegance and luxury. Designed to be a high-end pleasure craft, the 69-foot-long wooden vessel was crafted with sturdy construction, featuring a twin-engine system that gave it exceptional stability and reliability. In the early years of its life, Joyita was a symbol of wealth and sophistication, used for personal cruises along the Californian coast. However, the onset of World War II dramatically changed the fate of the vessel. In 1941, the U.S. Navy requisitioned Joyita for wartime service, repurposing it as a patrol boat. The military reinforced its hull with cork-lined compartments, making it virtually unsinkable. These modifications allowed the vessel to stay afloat even if significantly damaged, a crucial feature during naval operations in the Pacific. After the war, the Joyita was decommissioned and returned to civilian use. Over the following years, it changed ownership multiple times before being acquired by Captain Thomas H. Miller, a British expatriate and seasoned sailor. Miller saw potential in the vessel for commercial transport and converted it into a cargo and passenger vessel. Despite its history and modifications, the Joyita was aging and poorly maintained. By the mid-1950s, the ship had developed serious mechanical issues, including a failed port engine, meaning it could only operate on one engine, significantly reducing its speed and maneuverability. Leaky pipes and a compromised hull, which required constant maintenance. A non-functioning radio, making it difficult to communicate in case of emergency. Damaged electrical wiring, rendering crucial systems unreliable. Despite these shortcomings, Miller continued using the Joyita for inter-island trade and transport in the Pacific. The vessel, though worn, was still considered seaworthy due to its reinforced design. On October 3, 1955, the Joyita set sail from Apia, Samoa, bound for the Tokelau Islands, a journey of approximately 270 miles. The ship carried a total of 25 individuals, 16 crew members, and 9 passengers, including government officials, a doctor, a merchant, and a young child. The voyage was estimated to take approximately 48 hours under normal conditions. Before departure, there were signs that the Joyita was not in optimal condition. The ship had significant maintenance issues, and Captain Miller, who was an experienced but sometimes reckless seaman, decided to embark on the journey despite these known problems. The most pressing concerns were, the ship was operating on only one engine. The radio transmitter was faulty, which would make it difficult to call for help in an emergency. There was a reported fuel line issue that had been temporarily patched. The Joyita set off at dawn with favorable weather conditions. Witnesses who watched the ship depart from Apia noted that everything seemed normal. However, as the vessel moved further out into the Pacific, what happened next remains a mystery. The last known contact with the Joyita came at around 5 a.m. on October 3, when a brief message was sent out, indicating they were on schedule. After that, all communication ceased. By October 6, the Joyita had not arrived in Tokelau, triggering immediate concern. The vessel was overdue by at least 24 hours, which was unusual for a trip of this distance. A search and rescue mission was launched by the New Zealand Royal Air Force, which covered thousands of square miles of ocean over the following weeks. However, no sign of the Joyita or its occupants was found. On November 10, 1955, 5 weeks after its disappearance, a merchant vessel, the Tuvalu, spotted the Joyita drifting aimlessly near Fiji, over 600 miles off course. The ship was heavily listing to the port side, partially submerged, but still afloat, thanks to its reinforced hull. Investigators who boarded the Joyita discovered eerie and inexplicable details. The ship was completely deserted, no passengers or crew were found. The radio was tuned to the international distress signal but was inoperable due to damaged wiring. The ship's logbook, navigational equipment, and lifeboats were missing. The cargo, including medical supplies and food, was still on board, though much had been damaged by water. A doctor's bag was found with a stethoscope and bandages stained with what appeared to be blood. The engine room had been manually shut down. The starboard engine was completely covered with mattresses, possibly to prevent noise or flooding. The captain's revolver was missing, and there were signs of a struggle. Investigations and theories. In the aftermath of the discovery, numerous theories emerged about what could have happened to the 25 people aboard the Joyita. One of the most logical explanations is that the Joyita suffered a catastrophic mechanical failure. Given that the ship was already in poor condition, a failure of the cooling system or a severe leak could have prompted the crew to believe they were in imminent danger. If they feared the ship was sinking, they may have abandoned it in lifeboats, unaware that the vessel's reinforced hull would prevent it from going under. However, no trace of lifeboats or bodies was ever found, casting doubt on this theory. Some researchers believe that the ship may have fallen victim to pirates or criminal activity. The Pacific Ocean was not immune to maritime crime, and a group of hijackers could have forced the crew off the ship. However, the fact that the cargo was left untouched makes piracy seem less likely. Given that Captain Miller had a reputation for being a strict and sometimes harsh leader, there is speculation that a mutiny could have taken place. A violent confrontation could have led to the crew abandoning ship. The missing revolver and signs of a struggle add weight to this theory, but there is no definitive evidence. One of the more outlandish but persistent theories is that the Joyita encountered a Japanese fishing boat or even a secret military operation and was taken over. Some believe the crew may have been captured or killed to prevent them from witnessing illegal activities. A sudden, massive wave or storm could have overwhelmed the crew, forcing them into the sea. However, no major storms were recorded in the area at the time, making this theory unlikely. Despite multiple investigations, the fate of the passengers and crew of the Joyita remains an enigma. The vessel's reinforced hull kept it afloat, yet no trace of human life was ever found. Whether due to mechanical failure, foul play, or a combination of factors, the disappearance remains one of the greatest maritime mysteries of all time. Until new evidence emerges, the Joyita will forever remain a ghost ship, drifting in the annals of nautical lore.